Ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Ariameleng, yeah, principals. Pantlukste signal. Hey, le bo dagger. So draga mokhano. National anthem re sa emeletse ka mokhano we. Thank you very much, Rokarila Fase. Honorable Minister, we shouldn't be saying it in 2022. Not in 2022. That when we sing the national anthem, Banna Batula di Kefaker. Banna Batula Bengas and Kamgar and Araba in a standing position. Kamgar Rasemaman, live over the camera. Badula Laritsi. Nevertheless, some of us are still learning. We have just concluded the Heritage Month where we were dealing with matters of culture and the heritage. In our own ways, we were celebrating. How I wish this program was in Sepedi, Minister, so that I can address Chabasesa Tularga Spedi, Barantumel Minister, when it comes to the intro, Kitlegis Shumishe, Tumeling Banava Koshi, Kiltamishe, Kibekil Boga Fapa Panagalena, Lawaga Khati, Kitoma, Katonayarena Yadina Melwa. Waka mechinja dina melwa mo Afrika burwaka mokana ga yona Minister Mbalula ke bue ke tamishe ba ba sepela go le yena makhuduta maga ba tshwereng tša dinamela ba tshwereng tša mararankodi ya ditsela ba ba tshwereng le tša šireletšo di-MEC go na le a tlo le tsebišang bona nka se le tsebiše bona nna ke a dumediša ke fete ke dumediše molaodi pharepare wa tshwereng nakwana Morena Magapea le ba sepelago le bona rena ke boe ke dumediše tlhogo tša mafapa ka go fapafapana a bona go tšwa diprovinceng. Ke dumediše baeng ba rena ba industry, ke dumediše balaodi ba matsogo a lefapa le la dinamelwa, di-entity ke di-boto le di-CEO. Nna ka lebitšwe ke Mathabatha ga Mokonyama, ke tlo tshwara lenaneo le. Ke feditše. Those who did not hear what I said, ba tla le tlhalosetša ka morago. Ke a feta ke nyaka go ba lolololo. Our program is not, it has to be this short. We have to keep it short. Mara, as the program director, I really not discover program, I guess. Give a program director. We will take this opportunity to now come to welcoming and acknowledgement of guests. That will be done by the chairperson of the Passenger Rail of South Africa, Baona Bagolo Baga, Itlang Refemba Toba, Reba Moreleng, Reba Talusech Gadibja, Lilujega Mornadi Bofilena. Marogara stationing, Ibilogara ona. So you go let train man. So on a little speaking work. I keep Kumam Tane. Thank you very much. No problem. I will definitely do that. But you see, I was going to relate to what I was saying. Yeah. I talked to you in Afrikaans earlier on. You didn't say talk English. Thank you very much. Chairperson, Chairperson is going to welcome us.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Sichaba says, good morning. My job is a very simple one. It's a welcoming job. Minister Mbalula, you are from Gauteng, but my task is to welcome you as well as this function. The first day of the October month being a transport month. I want to welcome the MECs, Gauteng MEC, Free State, Northwest, in our midst. And I also want to welcome the boards, all the boards of entities present here to be important to this important function of Transport Department. The PRASA board is all here. I'm not singling them out by names, but I'm just saying welcoming all the boards and the host in PRASA. And welcome everyone, the media. I saw the contingency of the media. Welcome, you're most welcome. We do apologize that maybe you woke up too early this morning to catch this particular event. But it only happens once in a year. So we can recover from our sleep again until we wait for next year. And welcome to the participants, community members, community leaders at this important function. For me, I'm not making a speech, I'm just doing the welcome, and partly the program director has dealt with it as well. We have seen, we have felt, we have tasted these blue trains from Pienaarspoort. What a smooth ride. What a smooth ride, and the coincidence of launching it on the 1st of October 2022. Thank you very much, Program Director. You are most welcome. Everybody is welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You are allowed to clap. Thank you very much. There will be slight changes to the program that you have, those that have the program. Just before the keynote address by the minister, all MECs are requested to give messages of support, say a word or two. All MECs. It's not going to be one. All those that are here. So, lest I be accused of ambusher, please, honorable MECs, you can prepare accordingly. And we are at that program, at that part. Now, the honorable MEC that was supposed to do to provide the message of message of support was the host MEC, who is MEC Mama Wolo. I want to believe who now preparing. Now, while the other MECs are still preparing, we will call upon MEC, the host MEC of Transport in Gauteng Province, Honorable Jacob Mamabolo. Arimufe Magosi.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Let me thank you for giving me the opportunity to make few remarks. But firstly, let me convey our sincere greetings and best wishes welcoming you, Honorable Minister, and of course the MECs that are here from the Free State and of course Northwest provinces. You have already been acknowledged. All the chairpersons and CEOs of the various entities that are here. And I have seen councillors. I would like to extend a word of welcome to them. I've also seen the various stakeholders from the transport sector. All of them are welcome. The Acting Director General, and of course to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, Dumelang Lekaina. Dumelang. Thank you very much. Now, Honorable Minister, allow me to convey our message of appreciation to you, Honorable Minister, for firstly choosing our province of Gauteng to host this very important event. We are very much honored and pleased as a province that we have been given the opportunity to host activities marking the October Transport Month, and we are sure that the province of Gauteng will provide and make sure that the event is quite successful and memorable, because this province is well known for its hospitality, and we're always very proud to host events of this nature and magnitude. I think also, secondly, Minister, your decision to launch, as the chair was saying, and reopen the rail services serving mainly the people of Mamelodi and the neighboring areas. I think on this one, Minister, we must convey our sincere thanks to you. That once more, thank you. Let's give Minister a round of applause. Because we know very well that during COVID-19, we had, during the hard lockdowns of COVID-19, we had difficulties with rail services. And at least today, we have witnessed a very important and yet another launch, reopening the services for the people of Mamelodi. So this is going to provide great relief. People were paying high prices, Honorable Minister, and I think your intervention today and choosing that particular rail line and that corridor, it's highly appreciated, and I would like to sincerely thank you. We also appreciate the quality of the train, state of the art, very comfortable, and I must say, Honorable Minister, I enjoyed the ride on the train, and sincere thanks to you. The other issue, Minister, is we want to, as a province, would like to convey our full support, pledge our commitment to the Transport Month activities and events, and we commit to make sure that as a province, we roll out activities the whole month to make sure that we drive the delivery of services relating to transport, which is the backbone and key and the carrier of the economy. So to that extent, with today's launch, we as a province would like to convey to you, Minister, that we will be also rolling out activities in the province, working with our municipalities. We have already received lots of invitations from municipalities about their activities for Transport Month in the province. We are confident that the event today will be successful, will be memorable, and we are looking forward to the keynote address, the main message of the minister, which will serve as the guide and the directive or the line of march to all of us to be able to implement the October Transport Month activities. Program Director, with those few words, feel at home, you are most welcome, and thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, MEC. We have got two other honorable MECs from Free State and from the Northwest, and they will come in that order in terms of also providing messages of support. We will start with MEC Bulwana and then Rafael Chaga MEC Molapisi wa Northwest. Are mo fe matsogo.
Thank you very much. Program Director, Minister, MECs, Acting DG, Chairpersons of the board, our entities, the staff from the Department of Transport, and all of you here. Today I was ambushed, Minister. Ki bone ntate Mama Bolo abua and I said kitlo re marafandag because ne ke sa kwala sepe ska ntate Mama Bolo na filwe time or ipankanya morena. Mara ka ore he, I'm here, we must give a message of support. We are saying on behalf of the people of the Free State, thanks very much, Minister, for launching this activity here in Pretoria, in Gauteng. So as part of the country, Free State is part of the country, and then we are going to take this cue from you. As we go back, we'll also have a similar activity, inspired by what we have done this morning, riding a train from Pienaarspoort up to here. Is that I cannot train and get a parliament minister in the Free State. So kitabu alendate majavu ampatele skepe. Ki launche ga skepe. Kubanike transport olio. So we are here to support the minister and make sure that this activity becomes a success, and the minister, all the things that we are doing, we are with you, we'll always be on your side to make sure that you succeed in the work that you are doing. So with these few words, I'd like to say continue.
MEC Molapisi, a re mo feng matsogo le yena a sa tla re leboga MEC Bulwana.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Let me take this opportunity also to acknowledge the presence of the Minister, my colleagues, MECs, board members, chairperson, CEOs, honorable guests, and all our important stakeholders who are here. Minister, it's an honor to be part of the launch of the October Transport Month. We always, as the province, look forward to participate in this important and historic event where we showcase our projects and the deliverables that we do as different provinces. From here, Minister, as a province, we'll be replicating the launch, most importantly showing South Africa that we are determined to ensure service delivery in the transport infrastructure development and promotion of safety on all modes of transport. We'll intensify our efforts in working together with all spheres of government through the DDM model to ensure transport infrastructure builds lives and livelihoods. We will realize this by rolling out new infrastructure projects to create much needed jobs as we do the sword turning activities tomorrow. As government, we should strive to work together to realize our common objective. October Transport Month gives all of us as stakeholders, especially government, an opportunity to work in an integrated manner for purpose of building better lives for our communities. As I conclude, Minister and Program Director, I want to take this opportunity to wish all province the best as we excitedly begin our journey throughout the October Transport Month. And indeed, I can confirm, Minister, that this morning, outlining the journey that you have taken, it is indeed important for us to be celebrating this achievement so that we can showcase our people what we are. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Program Director.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Are feng MEC Molapisi matsogo. There is something we taking for granted, Molapisi. There's something we're taking for granted. COVID ha ya fela ka. Rona ba re defeatile mara ha ya fela. Now where are those bale ba protocol? Re khopela le botlo le one la sanitize to the mic and to the people who were speaking here. If we can be assisted with that. As a belief, before Minister Abulela, go bolela Minister Bel. Ke a lo khopela are fumaneng taba tše we are lokiseng ka sanitizer kuna lo isonja itshwere somewhere la bona October Transport Month le COVID so seated so close to one another, it means they were missing each other. I close. They were missing each other, and COVID did not do us any good. I'm sure each one of us knows somebody who was affected. All of us were affected by COVID. We know somebody who has passed on because of COVID. Mara, thanks to our government minister, now, ladies and gentlemen, may we all rise and allow the minister to come and address us. Aribete Matsogo.
Program Director, DDG Mukonyama, ministers, MECs in different provinces, and others who have apologized because of other commitments, not because it's a Monday. Because on Monday, for some people, it's very difficult to come to work. Productivity levels are, because the weekend had taken its toll on many of the people. But our MECs are not here, some because of work and also engaged in October Transport Month. I wish to thank MEC Mulapisi and MEC Pulwana and MEC Mamabulu for the messages of support. I want to acknowledge as well our entities, all of them, represented by chairpersons, board, but there was no prayer. Prayer is important because we need the RTP of the soul. Now, Aritomadilo, we do things without a prayer. Society as a whole think that we don't care. There should be priests invited here, not these ones who are crooked, to come here and start the function with a prayer. And by prayer, I don't mean only Christian. I mean Muslims and Rastas, Aoi. And then that's how we build society. So next time when you organize and we talk about Transport Month, and there's so much happening on our roads, we must not forget leaders of society who imbue society. I wish to apologize. We should have started with a prayer. And for that, I wish us to stand up, observe a moment of silence, and pray in silence for people who are dying on our roads. And to ask the ancestors and our gods, and God to give us strength to overcome whatever challenges we are facing. May it be the carnage on the road. May it be all challenges we face when we kill each other in the public transport sector. That we overcome as a people to understand that we need to coexist and we need to take responsibility for our actions. And for that, I ask you to stand up for a moment of silence and prayer. I thank you. We bury so many people who die from road carnage on our road, but nothing has been as painful as the accident of Pongola, where 20 people died, and majority of them were young people and kids on the back of a vehicle, and they died brutal through an accident on that road of Pongola. And today we remember them and many more. The October Transport Month is a period where we take stock of the path we have traversed as a sector and the contribution we have made towards the realization of a better life for all. We do this by showcasing tangible projects we have delivered, ranging from infrastructure to integrated public transport networks and rail manufacturing, among others. What we're doing this morning, riding a train from Pienaarspoort to here, it was not a movie. It is the work we're showcasing. At the beginning of October, on the 3rd of October, President Ramaphosa delivers what is called State of the Nation at the beginning of every year. And in that State of the Nation, the President said, passenger rail will deliver 10 corridors back to operation. And we are now in October month, and this morning we're showcasing Pienaarspoort with the new trains. We do have glitches in terms of time, which are technical issues that have been resolved. But we have seen the deployment of Istimela Sabantu, the blue trains. And this is hard work by men and women in this broken company called PRASA. And we are on the recovery. And I want today to acknowledge the work that we are doing to bring the trains back faster, quick, and better service to the people. And I want us to give each and every one at PRASA, even if I may not mention them by name, that shows that this place still have got people with soul and passion to deliver on the needs of our people. And here is Pienaarspoort back online, and give them a good round of applause. And that gives meaning to the fact that what the president pronounced, we walk the talk. Not this thing that the president said the trains will run before end of the year. Come end of the year, Dololo, we will fix electricity. Come the time of the electricity to be fixed, Dololo. We must give you realistic time frames. We must say, we've got a problem of trains. When will they come back? We know our people have been very much patient. They can't afford taxi fares, others can't affect exorbitant fees on other modes of transport. But they believed the president and all of us here when we said the trains will come back. Because that is the voice of trust that things will indeed change. As they say, Zizojiga izinto. And when you sing that song, Zizojiga izinto, you sing it with passion because you believe things will change. And that is where we are today. And indeed, things are changing. From a broken place, we are moving out of it slowly and better and with decision, with decisiveness. And I'm very happy today, as you can see, that this work that the president spoke about is being undertaken with great care and with scientific analysis and emphasis on ensuring that we meet our deadlines. We get to be criticized most of the time. You don't meet the deadlines. And that is why we say this month, you know Stimela, the group led by Ray Chikapa Piri, when they sing the song, Sishovin Goloval, it means we're hard at work. We're doing what is right. We're rolling up our sleeves and we deliver for our people. And this is what the 6th administration, DDM, which is a district development model. In the 8 metros, and 44 districts. And in all the 44 districts, each district have got its own champion. I'm the champion of King Cetshwayo in KwaZulu-Natal. And when you saw me last week, I went to see the king, not only as a district champion, but also to report to him, as it is of doing things. You don't just go so, but when things like that have happened, you go and report to the leaders, Zemvelo, of our people, traditional leadership, and everybody else. This is what happened. This is how we resolve. This is what we are going to do going forward. And our model is about job creation. If you look at the stimulus package that the president introduced, you go to the townships, you will find young people with orange overalls who have come as a result of the intervention of the stimulus package in ensuring that we deliver the requisite infrastructure and services that enable economic growth. This year marks the 17th iteration of the October month and October transport campaign, first endorsed by Cabinet in 2005. This year, the October and infrastructure development, including policy intervention to enable acceleration in terms of transport in South Africa. Today, ladies and gentlemen of South Africa, onto the Council of the International Civil Aviation Organization in Montreal, Canada, referred to as ICAO. ICAO is currently in session of its 41st aviation. Ms. Popikoza, as president of the assembly, when the assembly sits, clap your hands. Watinta bafazi, watinta mbokoto zakufa finish and clear. In aviation, only in South Africa, aviation, all of it, we've got women CEOs. In South morning, the people were clapping. And they were saying, Mbalula, we see your efforts. I know they are not clapping for me. And when society efforts, I know they are not clapping for me. And when society doesn't trust government, the authority of government gets to be eroded. And then what creeps in is lawlessness. Kuyazenzela nje kuyadakaswa. Kukwavula zibhuqa. Mashodu hatswariwi kidi hawks. Every day our truth has arrived. There is no longer stealing with impunity, thinking that the state will not intervene. You steal, there will be consequences. You'll be arrested, as it happens everywhere else. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what is your political credentials. If you are stealing from our people, you will be arrested. Because none of us were sent here to come and steal. If I decide to kinyaminwa na mo tiling edi chila, Ramaphosa anruma mor kitlo utswa. Uitse kitlo bereka, ha ki utswa, hamba kaya. Ki kopane litse ki tshwanetseng ho kopana le tsona. Because we have not been sent here to come and steal. We must deliver. This is the work that we've been sent to do. To deliver to our people and to deliver on time. And this is the magnificent job that has been done in this rail network that everybody else had thought that it will never come back. PRASA is gone forever and ever, and therefore there will be no work to recover. Spend the majority of its electrified train service system and other railways to recover train services and train corridor recovery program. Between Pretoria, a diesel service was introduced on the Pretoria to Pienaarspoort corridor before it was closed in May, like I said, in 2022, for major rehabilitation works. That included the refurbishment of substations. The service that we officially launched this morning resumed with the new trains on 26 September 2022 to celebrate this achievement with South Africans who have been severely impacted by the suspension of commuter rail services in this corridor. Our work of recovering rail services and our leadership that indeed these trains will come back. This includes lines such as the Naledi to Johannesburg Central Line. From time to time, you see me in Cape Town, every week, literally. This entails the relocation of the illegal settlement that are currently on the rail track and reserve. We have currently signed a social compact with all the parties that are involved and affected by the situation on the Central Line. As part of the October month, Transport Month, we will visit KwaZulu-Natal to assess the progress on rehabilitating infrastructure that was destroyed by the floods. This will include rail and road infrastructure. Because people say we went to KwaZulu-Natal, we promised people things and we left them. We promised people things and we left them. So as part of this month, we will go back to KwaZulu-Natal as led by SANRAL and PRASA to again give report and to showcase the work that has been done to recover the infrastructure that has collapsed in KwaZulu-Natal. And we'll be doing this week. On 8 August, we launched the National Pothole Campaign. Operation Valazonke in Mfuleni local municipality. Operation Valazonke seeks to fill potholes across the country through a collaborative approach under the able leadership of Sandra. We are closing the potholes and all the other MECs. It's a collaborative effort because transport is a concurrent function. It is not our job to close potholes at local areas and regional roads. But the President have directed and Cabinet that we must have this operation. Because there's potholes everywhere. But potholes cannot be built on roads that their lifespan has expired. This includes road rehabilitation. That is the priority. Before we build new roads, we must rehabilitate those roads by the floods and so on. So we've got Operation Valazonke that has been launched and is operational for the next 6 months. In the next 6 months, we'll come back and make an assessment of how far have we gone in terms of Operation Valazonke. Operation Valazonke also aims to create opportunities for SMMEs with particular focus on women and youth. On 12 to 14 October 2022, we will be. This event will see all 175 of eThekwini. South Africa also boasts not only in aviation, but in maritime. We are surrounded by sea. This is the country where the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean meet up in the Cape of Good Hope, in the Western Cape. There is no other place like that. It's natural. I don't want to compare it with and talked about potholes in that country. It became a big issue. That is natural. From this side and that side, we are surrounded. And because of that, it has also placed our country at a particular place in terms of our positioning in the maritime community in the world. 175 countries will come here in South Africa and will be in eThekwini. And South Africa will be hosting this important event. The IMO 2022 theme for the event is New Technologies for Greener Shipping. The event will provide a platform for the international community to make concrete contribution and progress on collaboration geared at innovative solutions to address mitigation strategies to reduce the maritime transport carbon footprint. Road safety remains a critical cornerstone in our efforts to arrest the carnage on our road. Our work with provinces and municipalities to improve DLTCs are beginning to bear fruit, with motorists spending less time in queues. It's still early days, but we've got voices of positivity that say we see what is coming. You are going to have a new driver's license. Isimukokotel, proper stuff. The driver's license that look like your ID card. That is smart driver's license. You are going to have it. We are introducing it. We are implementing it. The turnaround in terms of your driver's license in the couple of years to come will be something of the past. We start now by correcting what is happening in the DLTCs, the queues, the corruption in terms of driver's license renewal. We're killing it with, among others, technology, employment of technology to ensure that accessing driver's license become easier. But even those who don't have access to technology, they can get it easier to wake up and go to a DLTC and apply for a driver's license. There are many things we are doing in that regard. We are also strengthening measures that will enable us to uproot corruption in this particular area. A week ago, the National Assembly passed the National Road Traffic Amendment Act, bringing this bill a step closer to becoming law. The strengthening of accountable on the road. Our work towards relief fund, and we extended up until next year, March. Work is currently underway in Rustenburg, Mangaung, and eThekwini to launch their respective bus rapid transit here in Johannesburg. It has not gone to its second phase. What you see in Johannesburg is not the end of it all. We still have got to move to another level. IPTN had collapsed because of corruption, among others. And also, it was stalled because of service delivery, people on the ground. We're getting it back on track. Leeto la Polokwane, eThekwini, Mangaung, Gauteng, and all of these are going back on track in all these provinces. Work is currently underway, like I said, in Mangaung, eThekwini. We currently have 7 cities operating the service. This is Johannesburg, George, Cape Town, Nelson Mandela Bay, and Polokwane. Bus rapid transit system have made a huge difference in the daily transportation of our commuting public. Equally, you have seen in Nelson Mandela, individuals have been arrested who are implicated in the corruption of the bus rapid transit in those areas. We have introduced forensic audit where we suspect that there's been corruption. And those forensic audits will be concluded now, and the result will be made public, and the report in terms of what the report says to us in relation to bus rapid transit. City of Johannesburg, Ria Vaya transport 45,000 commuters and more per day. Arieng of Tshwane, where we are, ferries 13,700. My city of Cape Town transport 40,000. We are currently in the process of developing an integrated public transport ticketing solution that will integrate all the modes of transport, public transport, and enhance the efficiencies for users of our public transport system. ANC government e ha e bereke ke ntwe ha o palame re a vaya ke ha re ba bone ba etsang re ba bona fela ka di BGM wa berekiwa mo. We are hard at work. It has not been a smooth ride, but work has been done. Just in the last week, National Assembly also passed the Economic Regulation of Transport Bill. Through this legislation, we intend to consolidate, rationalize, and when necessary, redesign economic regulation in the transport sector into a single multimodal regulator. Never like it has been seen before. Until now, we have had pockets of economic regulation fragmented along modal lines. With this, it's gone. And the National Assembly passed with a simple majority. It is for this reason that economic functions on some of our entities will be transferred to the new regulator. The implementation of this economic regulatory model will enable us to achieve competitiveness of the sector across modes. It is equally an important enabler of private sector participation and third-party access in our rail and maritime sectors. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the October Transport Month enables us to take stock of our progress, evaluate the challenges and weaknesses, admit to our weaknesses, and work to change them. There is no reason to argue with the public perception and the weaknesses that you have. You change weaknesses and public perception, put them with work that you are working. And that is, which is very important. And that is why I'm not going to allow anybody to derail me about what is to change things and make things happen for this government. And that is what is important. And I'm happy for the goodwill I'm seeing amongst many people here at PRASA and everywhere else, even in our entities, about the work that is being done. Looking at Sanral, we don't have a CEO yet at Sanral, but Sanral is running like a mean machine. We cancelled projects there. They were cancelled by the board. 17 billion. People are unemployed, and you are sitting with billions in the bank. You are smiling with them. We can't spend money, and Treasury every time is asking me. And PRASA has just not passed billions of rands of signaling. General overhaul contracts, it took us a long time to get them going. Yet our people are not working. Yet that says, how do we move these projects quickly? I'm very impressed by Sanral. Give them a big round of applause. Because Sanral, when they came to me and told me that they've cancelled, they gave me a time frame. That's a board that works. They gave me a time frame. They came to brief me. Minister, we are going to turn this thing around within this time frame. And within that time frame, everything was met. And they told me why we stopped the contract. I said, let's go to the public and explain why you're stopping 17 billion. Already there were people with short trousers who were distorting that decision and all of that. I said, let's go to them and explain why we did this and why we did. And I went to President and I explained. I went to Cabinet and I explained. And the President said, I want those projects back because we are preaching infrastructure out there. That this government, we want to turn everything and this South Africa into a construction site. How do you turn South Africa into a construction site and there are people who are sitting on top of money? They are arguing, but they don't have a plan. Sanral gave me the plan. Once they've given me the plan, they said, DBSA, implement. And I've got those projects running. And Mahambi is here as the chairperson of the board. And I'm standing here today proud of having supported a board that took a decision, but knowing how it will recover the time lost. Not a board that take a decision that implement a correct decision. Security companies are fraudulent because everybody here at PRASA used to have a security company. You have a girlfriend, come, my baby, security, hair. You have a boyfriend, come, security company. You have not even trained as a marshal in a rally. You have a security company. Here at PRASA, AG set out. The board takes a decision. The board doesn't say, when we let go of these crooks, what do we put in place? Nothing. Afiga masela azenzela. Worse with as the minister that the Holy Spirit Mbalula is going to come and solve the problem. And you know what is that Holy Spirit? Mbalula will speak with treasury. And treasury doesn't take politics. Ingathi bendisokolisa ngejifi papa bantu base treasury. Baqine nkqi ngathi lilitye. Abagungqi. Treasury, they are not moved by slogans. They look at you, they are young girls there and boys who work there at treasury, highly educated and sophisticated. They are not moved by your small trousers, and they want proper. When you say you do this, how do you do it? How are you going to? They are not moved by rallies that you protest. You know, no, they are moved by capacity to run the state, capability to run the state. That's what treasury is there for. If that treasury was wishy-washy, this country would have long collapsed. That's why even state capture architects could not destroy national treasury, because it is properly run. They could not, they tried. Revitalisation minister more 1 weekend special, yake, but they didn't work the treasury. Yeah, treasury didn't work. Treasury just put its foot down. You can be a minister, make a lot of noise. When you get a treasury, you must have clarity. You want us to resolve a problem, how are we going to recoup? Very strong treasury that was built in this country. Doesn't matter who become the minister, but it's very strong. And that is why our boards must be like that. And I'm impressed by the fact that the board of PRASA is moving in that direction. Bayandiva. They hear me, and I'm very happy that you must move in that, because they know minister is not manufacturing lies. They know that minister is dealing with the reality. You know, there are these people who manufacture things. If you don't understand where you are going to delay us. And we are not going to accept to be delayed. We've got to move. We've got to spend money. We've got to address the challenges so that this place can become a better place. And when media is asking us questions, we are able to answer properly and with clear time frames and so on. So I wish to thank all of you as I conclude. Thank our entities. Thank the staff in my office, the Chief of Staff, the Acting DG, for a sterling work they've done to get this transport month going. And I also want to thank the staff of DOT, all of them, as we begin this transport month. I want to thank all of them for their dedication and for their hard work. It has been some time that we have come together as a family at DOT, but I recognize the work that you do, even though some of you sometimes young pork, but it's okay. Overall, I salute you. I want to thank all our entities across. I hammer PRASA because I emphasize PRASA because we've got a mammoth of task to get the trains back on track. I want to thank our major entities. I didn't see AXA here. Baqhelile ungazihambi into zami umpumi bazawundazi ngenye imini. AXA, I don't see them here, including UDG, former DG Nogqina, and the advisor to Gwede Mantash. He's the chair of my board there at AXA. I don't see him here, but I hope AXA people are here. And I know that the CEO of CRPTA is in Canada. He has apologized. I've seen people of railway safety. I've seen RTMC. Zolama Javu is outgoing anyway, but is very consistent. I didn't see the people of ATNS. I also want to believe they are in Canada, but they've got representatives here. But I know they are in Canada at Montreal. And who else am I forgetting here? Gautrain is here. Gautrain is here. Thank you for running Gautrain on time. And then Artia also is here. Road infringement people are here. Who else am I forgetting? RAF, I didn't see them. They've got lots of problems. I didn't see Colin. I'm coming. Why are you fighting, old man? Please, man. I didn't see RAF here. RAF is very important. We're dealing with a number of challenges at RAF, but we are going to solve them. I must respond today to Parliament Scopa about the books, issues of liability with the AG. So I'm back from Doha. So I will sort out all those issues. I will respond. So I don't see Tembim CB here. I don't see Colin. I don't see them here. I don't see RAF people, but it's important. Of course, how can I forget Labour Untu? Old man, can you stand up so that they see you? Thank you very much. So I want to thank Labour for coming to this occasion. All the unions, SATAU, NUMSA, who are here in our space, across all our entities, and all the workers of the Department of Transport. Give yourselves a good round of applause. Thank you very much. I want to thank the media for covering our story in good and bad times. We are the only department which the media covers when it is bad, and when we deliver, they still come. I really appreciate that. And they hammer us a lot, including when I land in Ukraine, and I land also in Doha. And then there is an accident in South Africa. They say I must cut my trip short. And then they want to accuse me of fruitless expenditure. But you know I'm not sleeping on the job. Nobody in this country dies on the road and I don't arrive. It can take me a day or two, but I will be there. But we work very hard never to witness the accidents we are seeing on our road. It's a big task. But that task, we are going to win it together, not alone. Because the responsibility of driving in the road falls on all of us. Motorists, companies, we've got to take responsibility. And that is why I'm organizing a big church service in November to focus on road carnage. Because we've got to speak to ourselves and reflect on what is happening in our country. Because everything that happens, government. I go to accidents where there is no problem of the road and people die, head-on collision. And then people stay, but where is Mbalula? And the problem is not Mbalula or the road, the problem is a drunken person who has gotten involved. The problem is a person who's reckless behind the wheel. And we need to focus on that as well. To say, but when are we going to listen to ourselves? And that is what is important about this country. And that is how we are going to build this country, by working together. Thank you very much, and thank you for listening. And Sishoving Golovana, October month is formally open. Ngiyabonga. Thank you very much.
Let's sustain that clapping of hands just for 30 seconds. Thank you very much. Okay. No, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I think the message